Nothing.
Nothing at all. So, hi, I'm Dave. I'm the executive director here at Good Shepherd's Clothes Closet.
And I'm Chaplain Chaz Blackburn, and I have the honor of being the president of Good Shepherd's Clothes Closet. I'm super excited. We have now this is really a really special guest because she's my daughter, and we're just super happy to have her on. I did want to give a shout out. We were supposed to have Sarah from American Foundation of Suicide Prevention, and she was going to talk about the Out of the Darkness walk coming up on May 18th, but I'm going to talk about it a little bit later. Super important event. And I know all about it because I'm honored to be a part of it for the last few years and get to be a part of the team this year as well. But in the meantime, we have a special guest again, which is my daughter Lily, and I'll let her say hi. Introduce yourself.
Hi, I'm Lily.
Is that who you are?
I'm the hospice kid.
The hospice kid? Uh-oh. People are like, that's weird. No, but she does help me a lot because I am a hospice chaplain at Circle of Life Community Hospice, and she gets to learn about grief and things at an early age, which hopefully will help her have a good, strong foundation. But I also was really excited. G-Ma and Denise Marie Blackburn said, yes, Lily rocks. I also really like the visual here, guys, that it's so important to get our kids involved to break stigmas and do family events.
Absolutely.
And that's going to be something I'm going to talk about a little bit later. So
I love that. Thank you so much. And thank you, Lily, for deciding to be on. She was on the spot. Wow, I found out. Chaz walks in and says, hey, we had a cancellation, which is no big deal. Those things happen. And Lily had like a few minutes, and then she said, all right, I'll do it. She was brave.
That was like brave. My exact words, too.
Well, that's awesome. I'm glad you could join in the family giving back business, nonprofit business, and we have a lot to go over today. So,
yeah. So, thank you guys so much for being here. Again, I'm Dave. I'm the executive director of Good Shepherd's Clothes Closet. What is that? Well, it is a nonprofit in the Reno-Sparks area, and we give away clothes free to those in need, completely free. So it looks like a store, and people walk in, and it is completely free to the community. The idea is to provide hope and dignity to those in need with free clothing. It's free of charge, and no register at the end. It looks like a shopping experience, but at the end, no register.
That's really, I have to say, that's one of the most beautiful parts about this, is people come in here to get free clothes and to go shopping. But it's like a VIP experience. It's really honestly like a Bloomingdale's because you have someone that helps wait on you and find sizes if you need that help and assistance. And it's really a dignified shopping experience. And that socialization, that's why we say clothing. We're clothing people in need with hope and dignity because we're not just clothing them with clothes, but hope, dignity, love, and just that communication and resources too.
Yeah, no, and that's what it's all about, and that's why we have a community resource stand where we have all sorts of different resources in the community, and we direct our clients over to that stand so they know there's more than just getting clothing here at Good Shepherd's Clothes Closet. You can connect with jobs, you can connect with Circle of Life, you can connect with all sorts of different resources in the community.
Absolutely, and shout out to Molina Healthcare because they helped us really get a truck, and it just got, I was going to say stickered, but got wrapped. And guess what, guys? Look out for it. It's beautiful. It's black.
Really pretty.
It's so pretty, right?
Yes.
And on the back left side, you see Community Cares Podcast, which is so cool.
Yeah, and I'm going to get a light on it, and whenever Chaz is driving it, there'll be a button, and it will say Chaz is driving, so people can watch out on the road.
Oh, that's cool.
You better look out.
Oh, thanks a lot, buddy.
Be honored, Dad.
I should be honored. I feel ganged up on now. I don't know about this.
Oh, come on.
No, but joking aside, thank you, Molina Healthcare. You guys have really helped us launch our micro closet expansion projects, which, as Dave always says, and I love the saying, we want to meet people where they're at. So Bristlecone, Eddie House, which was announced a few weeks ago, woohoo! We're taking them the care of their closet. And Julie North said, hi from Florida. Hello. The land of the alligators.
That's my aunt. She's awesome.
And our aunt commented, watching with you.
Oh, Jackie Longfellow, watching with you. Thanks, Aunt Jackie.
Awesome.
Thanks,
and
Auntie.
So we next week, just so you guys know, we put out we're creating a video kind of highlighting and showing more of the details of the truck and how it looks. And then we're going to have actually Jose, who is our representative from Molina that we partnered with. He's over Northern Nevada for Molina Healthcare. And he's a great guy. We really appreciate Jose. He'll be on the podcast next week.
The infamous Jose Gomez.
That's right. I really appreciate him, and he's a good friend as well. It's just a good partner of Good Shepherd's Clothes Closet. Really cares about what we're doing here. There's been times where we don't have necessarily someone translating out of our volunteers, and he'll be tabling, and he'll just jump in and translate for us. And some of our volunteers do know Spanish, but it's really he just really has a heart for community. I mean, he doesn't have to jump in. He doesn't have to decide, I'm going to jump in and help them with this situation.
Well, I've even seen him come to our events to help set up and do stuff. So he's a great guy.
Great guy, and Molina's a great organization. We really appreciate it. If you guys want to look back at the episode we had with the VP, Kim, she was on a little bit ago when we did the big check reveal and everything else. And hey, Kim, if you're watching this, thank you so much.
Thank you
for partnering with us as well. So what this is Community Cares Podcast. We're going to highlight a few community events that are happening. But before we dive into that, we have a huge announcement, and it's regarding our fundraiser coming up in July. It's the Desserts from Around the World. Ooh. Tickets will be going on sale this week, but those who have emailed RSVPs will be able to have first grabs at the tickets. We're going to send that link to them first. So
there is going to be a limited amount of tickets too, right?
Yeah, there'll be a limited amount of tickets. The space is limited, but honestly, so please jump in. Ticket prices are less ahead of time. They're going to go up closer to the event that we get. So we really encourage you to jump in, grab those tickets now. We're already hearing a lot of buzz and excitement for the event. It will be at the National Automobile Museum, which are our partners, great people. It's a really cool museum, and we're going to have that patio. We've reserved the whole thing, and there'll be desserts from around the world, and it's July, so it's going to be nice.
It's going to be beautiful. Right by the river, right? And thank you. Shout out to President Phil for always supporting us. Man, desserts from around the world. That sounds like a sweet event to go to.
Oh, I see what you did there.
Oh, is that a good dad joke?
Funny.
I think she's sick of my dad jokes by now.
She's probably heard a few.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Speaking of jokes, what's a rabbit's favorite type? What's rabbit's favorite genre of music?
What is it? Oh, do you have some guesses?
Hip hop, the hop pop, the phone don't stop. No,
I've told you that so many times.
Did I jump to conclusions, or was that right? That's a good one, though. That was a good one.
Stole the thunder. Oh man, that was a good joke. Good job, guys. You guys are a duo, a team. Look at that.
Yeah.
Joking team over here. No.
He's way better at jokes than I am, though.
No.
Yes.
No. I'm just funny looking, so people laugh at me.
Oh boy. Anyway, so good Shepherd's Clothes Closet. Our event coming up on July 11th. Desserts from around the world. We're really excited. It will start at 6:30. We'll have check-in. It's going to be a fun event. Family friendly. Our plan is to have drinks and all sorts of things that are included in the ticket. So when you purchase the ticket, you're not just purchasing the ticket, supporting Good Shepherd, you're also getting a raffle ticket and other things as well on top of that. So it's not just a ticket, it's more attached to it.
And I just want to encourage the community. You guys have done such a great job of keeping our doors open and really helping us expand the mission, but we have a lot of people that still need to be served. Unfortunately, there is a growing need, and with that, we really do need the community to come around us and just support us. So please come out to this event, get some tickets. It's going to be just an absolute blast.
Yeah. Dad jokes at Desserts in July. A whole dad joke section in the PA. There we go.
You got my daughter and my mom laughing at me. Thanks, Dave.
Oh.
No, and also there's going to be some unique, one-of-a-kind swag for Good Shepherd's Clothes Closet that we're going to launch at that event.
Absolutely. That the T-shirts were kind of the precursor to that. So we will have some of those for sale in person at that event, as well as a lot of other things. So, and you can only get those at special events. It's not something we sell all the time. It is a limited time item whenever you get one of these t-shirts or something else from us. And that's how we do it. And just keep an eye out on those fundraisers. So if you really want one, let us know. We'll let you know when those events are so you can come and support us.
Awesome. Well, we have an awesome first event, and I'm super excited about this one. Do you want to tell them?
All you, man.
So for May, Happy Older Americans Month, and we just want to really give a shout out to all of our seniors. You really deserve to be celebrated and have some fun events. Unfortunately, I know there's a lot of seniors who are choosing between rent or prescriptions and food, and so we just want to make that easier. We serve the community, so we're going to have a good time. It's seniors only, and it's going to be ice cream, free ice cream.
Yeah.
Oh, man. And the other day, last week or something, you said, but you don't get to get it first or something. And so I was like, oh, it probably will run out. Darn it.
It might.
It might. Seniors love their ice cream. But also a shopping experience. So you're going to have people helping you shop and get some free clothes and a nice fit. Maybe you can go to the Spring Fling on May 17th with Circle of Life Hospice at the Washoe County Senior Center. It's going to be a great dance from 6:30 or 5:30 to 6:30. You can learn more at colhospice.com. But just a great time here at Good Shepherds on May 9th from 3 to 5 p.m. And if you come and you donate $1,000, you can throw a pie in Dave's face.
Wait a second.
Ooh, I like that.
We did not talk about this.
I like that idea, Dave.
Yeah, see?
Dave.
Oh man.
Come
Majority
on.
vote.
I mean, I would do it for the cause. This is a good cause. But my goodness, throwing me under the pie.
Hey, oh.
Oh.
You stole my dad's line.
Oh, yeah, there you go. I'm trying. Yeah, I'm not very good at it though. It does.
What's the
dad
mathematics
jokes.
favorite dessert?
What?
Pie.
Just because the periodic table. What? Oh, pie. Okay, I
Goodness.
get it.
Oh my goodness. Okay, so our second event coming up is also a Good Shepherd event, and we're really trying to highlight and push these events because these are really important to the community. So our second event is the Workforce Development Workshop here at Good Shepherd's Clothes Closet as well. We're going to have Councilman Donald Abbott to say an encouraging word, as well as Kareem from the Reno Works program. So he's the head of the Reno Works program, and he's going to give tips on how to get the job that you're after. So this is a resource event for the community. So
From your dad, he says.
oh, dad jokes are the best jokes.
Yeah,
And
what's
then,
up?
yeah, my dad loves those. And I'm confused what my mom's saying. What about, I think it's maybe the dad jokes. She doesn't like dad jokes, or is it something else? I don't know. It might, but anyways, we're really excited about this event, the Workforce Development Workshop, for those that are looking to get into the workforce and looking to clean up their resumes and other things. And then our third event I'm sorry, I didn't give you dates or anything for the Workforce Development. The day is May 17th here at Good Shepherd's Clothes Closet. It's a Friday night, and that will be from 5 to 7. It'll be from 5 to 7. Wow, I need to start adding those times. I'm doing a lot of this from memory. That's not good. Our poor Chaz. If he was trying to do this, I mean, I don't even know what pie? Oh, she was referencing your joke.
Oh, man.
Oh. Yeah, so it's and I think it's his dad jokes in that question. Yeah, it was definitely the dad jokes. But anyways, definitely the Workforce Development Workshop. Please spread the word about it. We're also tune in on Colo 8 on this Thursday. Chaz and I will be on there sharing what we do at Good Shepherd's Clothes Closet and just sharing with the community what we're doing. So tune in, support us, and we're just all about the community and trying to get the word out there to as many people as possible.
Absolutely.
cool.
Early morning break. Yeah.
Yeah, it'll be a good time. Thank you so much for inviting us to the show. We're excited to be on. So the third event we're going to highlight is...
But do you think it'll be cold on this day?
You interrupted him.
Oh, sorry. Chili on the Comstock. Oh.
Yeah.
Chili on the Comstock. And then you say, okay, I get what you're doing. Wow, this is the dad joke episode, is it? Isn't it? Maybe.
That's what
Julie
you should
North.
title it.
Julie North says, I think it's his dad jokes in question. Hey, everybody's ganging up on me.
So Chili on the Comstock is a event up at Virginia City that they have yearly. This will be the 42nd event, Chili on the Comstock. And they're spicy, mild, chili, or verde. Pick your favorites. And definitely come on up, I guess up, because that's a higher elevation than us. Go up to Virginia City and get some chili. I think that's fun. I love chili cook-offs, and I love how Virginia City just packs all sorts of booths with delicious chilies.
You know, it's always fun to go up to Virginia City, too. Such a beautiful place. So much history, and definitely a great place to take the family.
Absolutely. Yeah, and that covers our events portion. I mean, we're all about the community. If you have events you would like us to highlight, please let us know. We really want to make sure that that it's all about the community, that we are sharing what's happening in the community at all times.
Awesome. Well, we always like to say our saying for the show, which is be the change that you want to see in the world. And I have to say, I am truly honored and so proud of my daughter and you, Lily, because I really do believe that you embody that as well. And you happen to have applied for student council next year, and then you're also a part of something. Why don't you tell us what that is and what that's about?
Student. It's called Student Voice. So basically, what we do is every about 3 or 4 weeks we gather at lunch, and we have, food and drinks.
Sounds
and
fun.
Yeah, it's pretty fun. And we talk about like problems, like we're working on something. Don't think I'm allowed to say it yet, but we're working on a project, the 6th grade project, we'll call it. And so we talk about that, what we want it to look like, changes we want to see about the school.
Exactly. I love that. And why do you think it's important to be a part of that and give your voice as a student?
Because the teachers, even though they're in the environment, they don't know what it's like to be a kid.
What you're saying is
that
that teachers are old?
No.
I hope your teacher's watching this now.
No, I know which teacher would come out for me.
Well, don't say nothing. No, but really, so that's important because the thing that we're going to talk about tonight for the American Foundation of Suicide Prevention, I think a big part of preventing teen suicide and student suicide is getting peers to talk about it together, right? It's a really serious topic, and by you guys voicing and standing up for your fellow classmates and friends, and I think this is awesome because originally you weren't a part of that, and then you were upset that student council wasn't there for 6th grade, and so you went and asked them. And they had you guys join Student Voice, which is so awesome.
It was kind of embarrassing though, because when I brought it up, she was like, "Actually," and I'm like, "Oh, help me."
Yeah, but you know what? You had a conviction and you spoke up about it, and I'm proud of you for that, and you acted upon it. So tonight we're really going to talk about the American Foundation for Suicide Prevention, or AKA AFSP. Again, Sarah is the chair for the Northern Nevada Walk. And we just wish her well. She's under the weather. We really hope you feel better. The executive director for all of Nevada, her name's Mai. She was going to Zoom in, but we can't do that yet. But she wanted to give her best wishes as well. And so we really want to talk about this awesome event that's coming up on May 18th from 9 a.m. to 12. And it's called the Out of the Darkness Walk. And if you've never been, I got to tell you, it's sad, but so powerful. It's a time of remembrance and really just gathering together and seeing that we're not alone. We're stronger united, like we talk about on the show. And you get 1,500 people who all have had experience and lost someone to either suicide, who completed suicide, or someone who's attempted. In reality, statistically, we're all going to be affected by this. So have you ever been?
Yeah, I've had a couple of friends, or I've had one friend commit suicide, and then it was when I was 18, but then I had another friend who attempted several times, and but then he did end up passing away because of an accident.
Yeah.
So that he was drinking and driving.
Well, I hope you can come to the walk at some point and be able to honor their memory. And that's a really, thank you for sharing that. It was a really personal. And I meant, had you ever been to the walk? I wasn't going to push but I thank you for sharing that. No, but
I thought you were asking personal.
It's true though, right? We've all been affected. In fact, there's a point where they ask everybody to raise their hand. And I do this at different seminars and different events as well. If you've been affected by suicide, raise your hand, and they have the different kinds. But when you look around and you see almost every single person, almost, putting their hand up, 1,500 to 2,000 people, you realize this event is so important, because if that can stop one person or encourage them who's thinking about it, a lot of the science we think is connectivity and just being connected.
The human interaction.
Yeah, and having support.
And I'm going to be honest, when I saw my friend, because I think he was drunk when he tried to do this. And, I mean, seeing him, he knocked himself out because he was in the bathtub. He was trying to, do things to himself, and it was terrible. It was really terrible. And that can happen to everyone.
Right. To
be in those situations. And those situations are scary, they're hard.
Yep.
And it's real. And
it is.
And I mean, teenagers of all ages are in hard situations like that, and that's a hard pill to swallow.
Oh, it is, and it's not just teenagers. I mean, I can't go into details, but some of the CISM work and different things, kids under 10, it's happening. Attempts are happening here in northern Nevada. So we got to start talking about it, and it's so true. This is a heavy topic, but we got to have our kids and break those stigmas, and of course at the appropriate age or saying the appropriate age things. And that, as a parent, we have to kind of decide where we find that boundary. But the reality is, talking about it is not going to make it happen more. That's a myth.
You got to teach me the appropriate things to say.
Well, you got to decide that as a parent, right? I mean, it depends on the maturity of the child and what they've been through.
Yeah.
When they're ready. Everybody keeps saying, "Great job, Lily. That's great. You're a part of the solution." And then it says, "I love what Lily said about that." And there is an old song. I can't read it.
That sums it up. Annie's song by Petra. My heart goes out to those struggling. Yeah.
Absolutely. And, just everybody, I always love saying this because we talk about it a lot. You don't have to be a chaplain or a social worker or a therapist to make a difference. Yes, there's an appropriate time for all those, but just by being kind and spreading kindness. I know Carrie from Forever 14 talks about that, and it's just so true. So by coming to these events and supporting yourself and your families and, the people around us and the community who are hurting, it's just a powerful time. And why is that important? Why is AFSP? Because they're raising money for this walk. You can go to afsp.org and click Nevada and then Northern Nevada to donate and start a team. Why is that important? Because they do events throughout the year. I get to help partner and speak at the Suicide Survivors Day for the International Suicide Survivors. We do a special event where we talk about it and have video and projects and just time of fellowship. They do things like that, but they also create resources. They do studies to help get statistics and be able to help, combat this. Really, what I believe is truly the epidemic of our time. I mean, really, it is such an issue, and it's happening at a younger and younger age. So we got to think outside the box. We got to be creative, and this is one of those ways. So we really hope that you can join us. They have resource tables, mental health clinicians, the Great Basin Chaplain Corps will be there. Just tons and tons of support, dignitaries, community leaders, and it's all different walks of life, all cultures, and it's really just like our show. It is one of those events where you just unite as a community. So I just want to really encourage you, if you want to get involved, you can reach out to me or Sarah Clow. You can go to afsp.org, click the volunteer tab, or create a team and donate. But this is an event to get involved with no matter what way you can. Please share the events, share this video podcast. And I know that Mai wanted to be on, but she does great work all over the state of Nevada. And we are making strides in the sense that I think people are waking up.
Yeah.
People are ready for a change and being part of the solution.
Yeah. Yeah, I definitely struggle with that. And I know we've all been affected in some way. Solutions I struggle with. And because it's definitely not a one-size-fits-all. And we've talked about it on the show before. but it really isn't. Like for some people, the solution's different than for other people.
Well, and I just want to add this out here because we always talk about this on the podcast when we're talking about suicide, and different shows I've been on. But I do want to say, if you give the person that you love who's struggling with that every opportunity and resource that you're aware of, and just all the love you can, they still choose to do that. I just want to remind you that you don't have the power to stop them. That's their choice. However, there is something to be said about Living Ideations. That's a book by Dr. Steve Nicholas. We've talked about it before, but it's about the power of positivity or positive psychology, and just checking in with your loved ones and maybe talking about, hey, I value you. Can we go to lunch next week? Right? And so there's so much power in that, and I think we try to oversimplify some of these things, and I think it comes back to just loving people and trying your best to get them resources. So with that, get trained, take an assist class. I know the Office for Suicide Prevention in Nevada, they have tons of great training opportunities. There's ones coming up. In fact, our friend Andrea is doing one that's being ran for seniors.
It's great.
Anybody, any age can get involved. Be trained and know what resources are out there. That way you can assist your family and friends if that situation comes up. And of course, seek mental health professionals and seek those spiritual care counselors. And it's not a one size fits all. Sometimes there's grief support that's the underlying issue. And so that's something that people don't realize. It's not just loss of a loved one, it's loss of a relationship. It could be a divorce. So many lines of grief that are, I think, a root cause of many of those attempts. But just, get as much support around yourself for your loved ones as possible, and just love them and try to be there for them. That's all you can really do.
With your permission, can I ask Lily her perspective on some of this
Oh,
stuff?
of course, absolutely.
What's your perspective on this, Lily? What we're talking about?
What do you think we could do better to help prevent people from completing suicide?
It's a hard question. Yeah.
Because where do you start?
Yeah.
Do you start in elementary schools? Do you start? I feel like maybe we need to start age-appropriate conversations about suicide last year of elementary.
I agree with you, because that's something we haven't done in Washoe County, and I know that they've been working on and thinking about. I don't think there's too young of an age to start in an appropriate context. And if we start breaking these stigmas, just like with death and with things like hospice or grief or suicide, I think that's super important. Oh, there's Sarah Clow, sick from home. What's she say?
Suicide is not the answer. It does not end the pain. It transfers it to those they loved.
Amen.
That is such a true statement. Truly. Thank you so much for sharing that, Sarah.
And Sarah's story, I just have to give a quick shout out because, she is one of the most be the change you want to see in the world people that I've met. I really have respect and love for my friend. She, unfortunately, her husband was a Leo or law enforcement officer in Southern California and did complete suicide. And she's made it her mission to love people and to share these resources and to be an advocate for this area. And she's done an incredible job. She has helped facilitate CIT back in the day with NAMI and different organizations, and been a part of AFSP. And she's really worked hard to unite the community, and I just have a lot of respect for her. But it's turning that pain into purpose, right? And that's why Out of the Darkness Walk is so powerful and impactful, is here's all these people with this tragedy, but they're taking the light out of the darkness, right? They're shining and they're making it into purpose from their pain.
Right.
So Lily, you did go one year. What did you think about it? Can you tell me about it?
I was 9, I want to say 9 or 8. So I was really there with my friends.
We won't say their name, but yeah, and their dad had completed suicide, correct?
Yeah. Honestly, I remember the walking part, but I don't remember too much of it. I do remember us walking around the marina.
What were the feelings you had when we were partaking? How did it make you feel?
good, bad?
I felt,
Hard to describe.
yeah, it's
Speechless is a good
it's
word. I
because
feel
I
speechless
can't
after walking around the marina
really,
with that.
like, because
Yeah.
I can't remember because I can't really remember what I was feeling that day. Pretty sure I was kind of feeling sad for my friends.
Did it feel good to be able to support her though?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
important.
Sad.
Being there for our friends is a really important thing, and I love the things that have been said around here. And these conversations are awkward. Like even you can even feel that tension in this room a little bit. There's like a little bit of tension just because it's a scary.
It's a heavy subject, right?
It's a scary
Yeah.
subject. It's heavy, and it's kind of like the Death Cafe you did, right? It's
Yep.
that conversation.
I love
of-
Deaf Cafes.
and I love that you're doing that with Circle, and what you guys are doing over there is great. And I love, I mean, just having those conversations, those real conversations, because a lot of us don't really see it till it hits us,
Yeah. And statistically, you're 6 times more likely to complete suicide if you've had a loved one or friend complete that. So it is important to seek support, especially when we've experienced that, and just also walk our talk and try to live the life that we know our loved ones would have wanted us to live.
Yeah, it's hard.
Yeah.
And I think heavy is definitely a good word for that. But we want to just make sure to encourage you, like if you are dealing with any issues, please reach out to someone.
988 is a great resource. You can talk to someone live 24/7, 988, and reach out to a loved one as well.
Yeah, definitely. Those connections matter
Yep.
a lot. And that's one of the big reasons we do the show is connections. We really want to encourage you to create connections if you haven't. One, create a connection with knowing about a resource and getting involved in a nonprofit. Two, you can always be a part of community events, because we intentionally don't just highlight things at Good Shepherd's Clothes Closet. We intentionally highlight things throughout the community, so it encourages our listeners or viewers to be out and be involved in that sunshine, meet someone new. It's scary meeting someone new. It really is. Like I remember,
Especially when you're a germaphobe like Dave. No, I was kidding.
I was. I mean, when I met you, I was like, oh, he's a little scary. I don't know about this guy.
I don't
I don't
doubt
know
it.
about this guy. I didn't know. I didn't know.
That's
you,
usually the
right?
reaction I get. People are like, "Arr."
Well, I mean, I met you at. Thankfully, I had a friend who invited me to that luncheon, because the reason he started those luncheons, which has now evolved into their monthly event, was I just went to Christopher Dare, Councilman Dare, and I was like, dude, I know no one.
You know Christopher, huh?
I know
Yes.
I know no one in the community, and I
Yeah.
need to know people. That's how this nonprofit thing works, is knowing people.
I know.
And he said, all right, well, we're just going to sit. Let's all bring lunch, and let's sit in the office and invite new people. And I think it was the first one. You were there.
You had your little quinoa.
So
Little candy quinoa. I was like, who is this guy? He's got his cool mustache, and quinoa is like Good Shepherd's Clothes Closet. That sounds familiar. What is that?
in quinoa.
Look at you two now.
I
Yeah,
know. No.
Crazy. The rest is history.
You almost said that in
irreseparable. Irreseparable. Wait, that's not a word. Irreseparable? What's the word I'm
Not
thinking of?
separable?
I don't know. It's been a long show, and we are out of time. Thank you guys so much for watching. We really appreciate it. If you want to find out more about Good Shepherd's Clothes Closet, please go to getclothes.org. Again, those tickets will be live this week. We tested out the system. It's working. So we're going to send that link to Inseparable. Thank you. That's my dad.
Thank
right
you,
there.
Jackie, for saying showing you care is a great encouragement. That's true.
Oh, absolutely. So those tickets will go live, and remember, they're $50 a ticket. Those ticket prices will go up, and they are limited. So please, as you see them go public, definitely go and grab those tickets ASAP. It's going to be a fun event, and there's going to be a lot included in the ticket. It's not just to get in. There's going to be all sorts of different things that are included with the ticket price.
Oh, and your dad said, welcome, love you, son.
Oh, and so I really appreciate everyone that watches the show, that shares it. We have hundreds, sometimes thousands of people that watch these shows. Thank you guys so much for just sharing and liking and just following us here at Good Shepherd's Clothes Closet on our Facebook. And if you're listening, remember we are on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and we actually have listeners every week on those platforms as well. So thank you for being a listener. We want to always shout out all the different listeners and watchers that are a part of this. And we're also on YouTube. But always visit getclothes.org. That is where you can find all the information you need to know.
And make sure you guys come out for the walk. May 18th from 9 a.m. to 12. We'll tag AFSP in this episode. And please donate online if you feel so led, or come volunteer. But come be a part of the solution. Just showing up in numbers and showing the community members they're not alone, we're not alone, makes a difference. And when you give back, it feels good. Doesn't fix everything, but it definitely gives you purpose. So meaningful purpose. So proud of you all, says Julian North. Thank you. We love you guys. Let's see if it does it. All right.
There it is. Hey, Lily, thank you for being the guest. We really appreciate it. You did a great job.
Yes, you did. I'm proud of you.
Thanks.
We help 700 people a month, no matter what. We're asking you to come alongside and help one. All right, guys, thank you so much. We'll see you next week.
I'm going to go back to being a preteen. Bye.
Bye.